I bet you're hyped for State of Decay 3 and the return of beloved characters like Shaquisha or everyone's favorite, the four distinct types of mental illness. Yes, that's right. Take your pick. It's all absolutely majestic, obviously. So, needless to say, people are pretty worried that State of Decay is going to be woke. And, well, these rumors have existed for quite a while, honestly. That Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in the creation of State of Decay 3. And honestly, seeing the in game pictures, all of this, it does seem like it kinda is true. I mean, this was literally the first trailer we got, and yeah, people were not exactly thrilled about this one. State of Decay is a pretty large franchise, honestly. It's by Undead Labs. We're going to talk about them a little bit later on. But State of Decay is a pretty big franchise, even though the only thing that they have ever done, aka Undead Labs, is make State of Decay. So it's a pretty decent thing, honestly. It has positive reviews all around the board. I'm not sure if this was day one on PC or did it start on Xbox. I think it started on Xbox, but in any case, 22k concurrent players and, creating new peaks after the release is honestly kind of pretty decently impressive. So the game does have a very loyal following, and honestly, the amount of fans it has is in the millions. So it is a pretty notable franchise, and people are worried because again, Sweet Baby Inc. is just rumored to be involved. But I mean, again, there is no way you're gonna tell me that this absolute DEI maxing is just random quinky dink. Okay, there's no way. This is Sweet Baby Inc. and it has that plastered all over it. And I'm gonna tell you something that you probably did not expect. Okay, and that's the fact that wokeness is not gonna. I don't think wokeness is really gonna actually impact the sales of State of Decay because I mean, let's be absolutely real. This is not a story-driven game or anything like that. This is just a sandbox style of survival game. There's not exactly gonna be many options to insert force wokeness or anything like that. So I think that people are gonna completely just overlook this, which is kind of sad because we should always call it out. These things are bad, and companies that do this deserve to go bankrupt. Because keep in mind, again, don't worry. State of Decay, if the Undead Labs goes bankrupt, more about them in a second. If Undead Labs goes bankrupt, it doesn't matter because someone's just gonna buy the rights for State of Decay, for the State of Decay IP, and gonna make it anyway. Okay, nothing in the gaming world is ever lost. It's just the IP of something gets transferred to someone else. So if Undead Labs goes under because of their clearly anti-gamer, anti-men choices, that's not exactly an issue. Okay, State of Decay is going to continue most likely. But yeah, I don't think this is going to impact them too much. State of Decay is relatively niche when compared to the truly big titles, but again, I don't see a way that they can actually insert a lot of wokeness in an open world sandbox game that doesn't really have a story per se. So this was the gameplay reveal trailer. This happened like, I don't know, I think like, yeah, 2 weeks ago. And, we haven't checked it out. Let's watch it together. Look at it. You're going to see some things. It looks pretty okay. I'm pretty sure I need to actually mute the music, but that's fine. It's a YouTube licensing thing and it gets really annoying. But not a lot of text has been shown. Well, not a lot of text is said. And I mean, you kind of get the vibe, and this does look like actual in-game footage, by the way, because the game actually is coming out on February. Yes, against GTA 6, so it's gonna be a thing, okay? So this is one of the characters that you're gonna be able to play, and I mean, it looks fine. The world looks obviously also fine. You got your zombies, you got your thing. Okay?
Started in quiet towns, empty roads, places the world forgot.
Hopefully this doesn't get that thing.
Guys, I found a nest. These survivors found each other.
Yeah, so this looks like actual real in-game stuff. Obviously, the NPCs moving around here have been added intentionally. This is probably not going to be how it is, but it looks pretty okay.
Pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back. Because the world has become more dangerous than ever. The dead aren't just wandering anymore. They hunt. In the end, it doesn't matter what you believe. What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It looks like fun gameplay in general. And again, considering there's no story, I don't think anyone's really going to care too much about the wokeness. But we should denounce it no matter what, as always. You know, hoping that this game fails just because of that bad decision is the right thing, okay? Even though this probably looks like something that most people who are State of Decay fans kind of probably want. Oh, yeah, they probably definitely want this. You know, it's a little bit sad that we kind of need to hope that this fails, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is, boys. You know, you got to make sacrifices time to time. They decided to do this. They probably decided to go with Sweet Baby Ink. Even again, it's not confirmed, but I mean, this is very distinct DEI maxing when it actually comes to what we see in State of Decay and how it actually looks. Especially compared to the previous games. I mean, you know, there's a lot of characters and whatnot, but you know, it's distinctive. You can tell that they tried to put an ethnic spin on. Like, look at this. You can see women here. They're kind of dressed like for the apocalypse, aka normal. But when we see them here at the start, it's like, well, not at the start, but when we see, for example, the black woman, you know, they tried to put that African spin on it. You know, this one right here. You know, they tried to put that bullshit in there. So it's not compatible. It definitely is gonna be a woke, and that's a problem. That is a problem. But ultimately, I don't think this is going to matter too much because it's not going to be in your face and no one's going to care that much. Now, granted, maybe it completely fails, but seeing the conversation that's happening, actually, we can read the YouTube comments. I'm assuming they're not going to be bad. Did not expect this on PS5. This, can you see it? Yes. This is seriously one of my biggest wishes finally coming through. It's freaking happy. State of Decay 4 will be bought with sticks and stones. As a PS5 player, really cool. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, everyone's talking about PS5. What the hell? But yeah, in any case, it seems like the people who would actually be interested in buying State of Decay are probably going to buy it. And that cannot be changed by any of this. So I think it's probably gonna sell close to as it should. Not a lot of people are gonna care about the wokeness. It's a little bit sad that that seems to be the thing, but it is. Granted, Undead Labs don't seem exactly to be like that woke type of studio. Okay, I checked their homepage, their about section, and I'm not gonna bore you with reading it. You know, there's this, which is probably the biggest red flag. Even though, I mean, listen, They're called Undead Labs. Honestly, at this point, it just looks like they're more of a fucking Sun Tzu Gandhi fucking deep bullshit type of LARPers than actually being woke. You know, everything they write about themselves sounds like fucking. Oh my god, have you ever heard about this guy called Gandhi? Whoa, or Buddha? Whoa. Yeah, they seem more that than actual woke. Now, granted, it's hard to tell if that's true. There's just not enough, honestly, information. But yeah, I think the wokeness is going to be probably just centered around character design, which we already know is going to be pretty fucking on point. I mean, this guy looks decent, but I guess Asians don't count now, do they? Anyway. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye.